if you're gonna be around a lot of broke people, you might be a broke person. If you're gonna be around a lot of rich people, you're gonna be a rich person. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be around a lot of smart people, you're gonna be smart. You know what I'm saying? You be around a lot of dumb motherfuckers, you just gonna be dumb. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the key to everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But we all got choices that we could make, but sometimes it can't come from the guidance. You know what I'm saying? It start with the guidance, to be honest with you.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's the word, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today we got a very special guest in the building. Man, you're a real fighter, bro, and you've been doing this shit for a minute. You went on tour at the age of 14. You recently released your single, Get Mines, and you're a part of the city's premier label, TVMG. Introduce yourself, bro.
BTL ZIPPA. Yeah, it's good. I did went through a lot, you know, made me the person who I am today, you know. I stay strong.
You know, for the people who don't know you, you started working with TVMG. How long have you been working with them now?
I've been working with Tunnel Vision since I was actually 13, to be exact. Probably younger than that.
How'd you guys get involved with each other?
I actually met him at a clothing store. Yep, freestyle. And he heard what I was saying. And then he told me we was gonna go to the studio. And then we went to the studio. I thought he was lying though at first, but then he like came in the store because it was like a little corner store that we was in. He had came in the corner store. I was waiting in the corner store, but he took like 20 minutes to come down. I'm like, man, I'm like calling them phone, calling Mondo phone. I'm like, man, y'all lying, man. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I'm telling you, he come up in the store. And came right there. I was like, come on. Then I had made my first track. It was called Boyski About That L. Yeah, and everybody was liking it though. It was that was my first track though. We came up from there. It been straight, all gas, no brakes from there.
In what ways have you seen yourself grow since you started to work with them?
I actually don't even know where I would be without TMG. Like, to be honest, you know, it was a lot of bumpy roads, but you know, it actually made me to who I am right now because I went through the bumpy roads and survived the bumpy roads. You know, so it's just a figure of speech. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I would be if I didn't met, you know what I'm saying, TMG or, you know, because I was really out. I was really doing a lot of stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't know, probably a gift from God telling me, you know what I'm saying, that I needed to calm down and focus on more of the music, which didn't happen, like, at the moment, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm still here. I'm thinking by the grace of God that I'm live to tell a story.
Before TVMG even got to you, what were you doing? Where was your life?
It was everywhere. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, because on the going on, and I'm actually from K-Town. So, you know what I'm saying, from going up to K-Town, it was like actually like a lot of shit going on. So it was like too much, you know what I'm saying? And too much that I was seeing at like an early age, you know what I'm saying, for me to be the age that I was, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you up in the streets, like probably like 12 or 13, like it actually like forced you to be a man, you know? So it was a lot of bumpy roads that I was going to, you know what I'm saying? And when I met them, it was like probably kind of like, I could say like probably a gift from God, because, you know what I'm saying, it'd be too much that I probably got myself caught in, you know what I'm saying? And probably like, if I would have probably listened, I probably wouldn't be in a predicament that I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Well, that I was in, you know? If I probably would have just, you know what I'm saying, listen.
You were old enough to see the Fefes, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you know about them Fefes?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know, some people probably be mad, but man, my homie Tunchi started the Fefes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody say anybody Fefe was on anything. You know what I'm saying? He started that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie, man. Ball out. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Tunchi, because them the person who really started the Fefes. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bullshit. It was always Will Cox and Kill that where everybody was out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was everything. You know what I'm saying? The Fefes was everything, man. They was real. They was real. Man, you know, I miss them type of days. You know what I'm saying? I have to be honest with you. Like, the Fefes was everything.
What was it about those that made it so culturally significant to what the West Side is?
Like, everybody was out. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no foul play. It wasn't no bullshit that was actually like kind of going on, no killing or none of that. Like, like the Fefes that we was having, like you could really like everybody can be from different sets, different games, different everywhere. You can be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no how the shit is now. You know what I'm saying? It was all love back in the days. You know what I'm saying? When them was the times. You know what I'm saying? And most definitely miss them though. You know what I'm saying? But you know it'll never be the same.
At what point do you feel like it changed?
I'd say probably when I lost probably with my homie Tunchi, everything like really crashed down. Like it really ain't meant to be the same. Like when it, you know what I'm saying, happened. Like, you know what I'm saying, when he died, shit, it was like everything else is crushing. You know what I'm saying, crashing down. Fefes weren't really like happening. It was happening like everywhere else, but it wasn't happening like where we was at no more. Cause he had shit, motherfucker was still like hurt from that. You know. And then we lost like 2 more of the motherfuckers and. Shit, all like in 1 month, shit, like them like 4, 5 motherfuckers, real shit. Like all like them in one summer, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker been still holding their head high though, you feel me?
And those were all people you grew up with?
Yeah, all the people I looked it up to, grew up with, you know.
Where do you think that placed you mentally, you know, having to go through all of that? How old were you at the time?
I've been in the streets for a long time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like probably like 8, 9.
Experiencing that first loss though.
I'm experiencing the first loss. I was probably like, I'd say like probably like 11 or 12. And I was riding on the bike, and somebody came through shooting. Like it was like some shit because we was celebrating for one of the peoples. We was just having a regular day, and somebody just came through, and then came through and shot. Well, we had actually lost somebody the first time, and then that's when we was having that. Had that, then somebody came through and shot again. And then that's when he had that. I had seen that at a young age. Seeing 2 people of my homie Tunchi and Sticky Fo. Feel me? And he both of them got caught. I see both of them dead on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Like young. And it was just like it traumatized me, you feel me? But it was like it was crazy, you feel me, for me to be that age to see some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? As me, I'm just not realizing that though right now. You know what I'm saying? But for me to be that age and see some shit like that, it was like, it was crazy.
And that's because, you know, growing up in certain environments, they teach you that that's just normal. It's everyday life, right? Loss is a part of what's to come in life. And having to experience that at such a young age, you know, Ed Sheeran has this song. I use this song all the time when I talk to people, but he has this song called End of Our Youth.
You said who? What's the name?
Ed Sheeran. You know who Ed Sheeran is? You know who Ed Sheeran is, bro. But the song End of Our Youth, it's one of the deeper cuts, but he talks about how the first time that you really lose your innocence is when you experience loss for the first time. And that's it. After that, you really become a grown up and you really start to understand like there's certain things in this world that like you'll never get back. Right? And I remember experiencing that with my grandparents, right? Losing my grandmas both at the same time. It really showed me like nothing in life is guaranteed. We wake up every day and we take that for granted. I don't know about you. For me, right? For a lot of people in this world, we take that for granted because we weren't born into certain situations where we had to think about survival every single day. That's something that you've had to think about. Growing up in the west side of Chicago, a lot of things aren't guaranteed. In what ways do you feel like the neighborhood you grew up in impacted you mentally?
I could say a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'd be way before like that was even happening, like with me seeing my homies like dying, like that was way before. But I used to see people getting robbed. You feel me? Like used to do shit, like cause I ain't had no, you feel me, no money. So you know what I'm saying? I had to do what I had to do to get, you know what I'm saying, survive and do what I had to do, shit. Cause my mom ain't really had no, you feel me, no job or none of that shit to give me the things that I wanted. So and then plus I ain't really had no money, so I had to do things, you know what I'm saying, to make something happen, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't, you know what I'm saying, how I was gonna do what I was gonna do or eat. So I was just like basically like really taking sacrifices. Like, and that's what I like grew up to and seen what people did. So I just followed behind what I seen what other motherfuckers did. So
You followed your influences. You followed the people that were supposed to show you how to, survive in a world where it's really been placed on you. And another conversation I had recently is that one of the artists I interviewed, he talks about growing up in a neighborhood where his parents had placed almost a burden on him of trying to take care of himself. And his teacher told him, like, your parents' problems are not your problems.
Which is true, it's true. But everybody just get like threw off from the environment or what you're around. You know what I'm saying? You are what you are what you look in the mirror. So whatever you look in yourself in the mirror, you are that. So if you're gonna be around a lot of broke people, you might be a broke person. If you're gonna be around a lot of rich people, you're gonna be a rich person. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be around a lot of smart people, you're gonna be smart. You know what I'm saying? You be around a lot of dumb motherfuckers, you just gonna be dumb. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the key to everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But we all got choices that we could make, but sometimes it can't come from the guidance. You know what I'm saying? It start with the guidance, to be honest with you. But we all can make choices, but sometimes I like at the age that I'm now, is I don't blame my parents. You know what I'm saying? I used to, but now I don't. You know what I'm saying? It just make me like say that they ain't know no better neither. You know what I'm saying? So how can I blame them if they doing what the people did to them? You know what I'm saying? So I just took that up the chin and just take it like a man and just say everything could be everything. You know what I'm saying? Besides blaming them, you know what I'm saying? Because you just doing what you see. And it's just how it is.
What did it take for you to understand that, though? That your parents didn't know any better either?
I'm just not understanding that like right now. You know what I'm saying? Not to physically or nothing, but I'm just not understanding that like from like for like a couple of years from now. Like of me being on my own to know like sometimes I used to blame it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I used to try to blame my parents, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it to the point like they only doing what they got taught. So it's like I can't budge or be like, oh no. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if they doing what they taught, but it start with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna start with myself by bettering myself. So I won't be like that, or my kid won't be like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I got to do on my end.
And with our parents, we expect them to know everything, right?
Yeah.
We come into this world and maybe they planned it, maybe they didn't. But there's no guide on how to be a parent. There's no guide on how to be the best person out there. Along the way, you make your mistakes and you have your failures and you just grow from it. Like you said, right? Every time you fall down, you got to get back up. 9 times out of 10, you got to get back up. And for our parents, we place these unrealistic expectations to be perfect on them. Because you know what happens when I have a problem? Mom, dad, hey, talk to me real quick. Figure this out, right? But you mentioned that you are what you see in the mirror. What was it that you saw in the mirror?
Like I couldn't even look in the mirror or anything because I was too busy like trying to focus on being in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Thinking the streets was everything, moving like that. You know what I'm saying? Moving like everything was the streets. Like that's how it was. Like until it took me like to realize, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't started realizing until I really like got actually like shot at 18. That's when I started realizing everything, like really.
What were you doing that had you end up getting shot at 18?
That's a good question because I wasn't really doing nothing. Fucking niggas, bitches.
You got shot over fucking some dude's bitch?
I'm telling you the truth, man. Like when it's like I'm gonna go deep into it because it's like when you like cause I'm like kind of like old enough to know who I am. Like, but for me to like see, but I have people was telling me like it's just like when you got that one ear, then you got that other ear. And then you like people telling you like what's going on, but I'm just like so in it, and I'm just thinking that I'm just so this type of person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not paying attention. So I'm not.
What type of person was that?
Like I was just seeing too much at a young age.
You thought you were invincible?
Nah, living a fast life. I'm gonna be honest with you, living the fast life. You know that street love, man. You know the street love, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit'll get you, man. That shit is a strong love, man. Like especially like when you just ain't got shit else, man. And you can go to the streets and you can really get the love, but the shit fake. You know what I'm saying? But the shit, that's where you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's who I thought loved me. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't tell me shit about the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like at a young age, because this what taught me how to be the man that I am. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was.
Why do you feel like you were searching for love in the streets?
I don't know, man. You know, I was going through a tragic time, probably at a young age, like going through like family matters. So it was like, I don't know. I was always that person. Like, you know, you got that one person who out in your family. You know, that one person that everybody you think you like. I could just probably say probably don't like, or you think they don't like you, or just treating you how they treating you, or mistreating you. And that's what was going on. Like actually at my house, I was that person. They was calling me like the problem child. So basically, I was always anything. If I ain't did nothing, they'll blame me. It was just like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? That's where it started at. You know what I'm saying? It started in the house, and then I went out there trying to do what I was trying to do, which I knew everybody already, but I was just, you know what I'm saying, like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I just got addicted to the shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. You know, it was always in the house, but it's like I ain't went to the house. I'm like, fuck it. If I ain't gonna get it from there, I'm gonna try to get it from somewhere else.
Because it's when you're told so many negative things about yourself and you're painted this picture, you start to form this resent towards the people that tell you that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you actually kind of right, cause and that's what I was like actually kind of doing at the moment, at the time. I remember it, you know what I'm saying, because I had to make the choice on my own, you know, so that's why I like actually remember everything what I've been through. So, because I had to make that choice.
And then you find that substitute, right? You find something that makes you feel good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, you get addicted to that love and you chase that feeling until you realize that feeling, you more so created that in your mind. You more so created this idea that because it made me feel good for so long, it's actually good for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's where like a dependency comes in sometimes. That's where people start to depend on drugs. They depend on alcohol. They depend on other things that make them feel good.
But it's some reason, like when I was the age that I was growing up, I ain't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn, you couldn't pay me to smoke, drink. You couldn't pay me to do none of that shit. Like I didn't, because I like always wanted to be that standout person. You know, I ain't never want to be like everybody else. So if everybody smoked, I'm like, I don't want to smoke. If everybody doing this, I'm like, I don't want to do it. I like to be on my own, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be one of them type of persons. If everybody going right, then why would I go right? I'm going to go left because I don't want to be like them. And if they go right, if they go left, then I'm going to go right, you know? So I don't know. That's just how I like to be. You know, it's kind of weird, but that's just how I be. I like to stand out because everybody like being the same.
So you ended up getting shot the first time over fucking some dude's bitch.
No, I don't think it was. I'm saying like basically like because niggas be hating, man. Like, and that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like don't like to see you winning. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But
What was the second time for?
I was actually like just walking up the street. I don't know. I'm thinking some niggas just came through shooting. That was in the leg. I was just right there standing. I was actually like walking from my mom's house. Somebody did that.
And the third time?
Third time somebody tried to rob me.
Why didn't you leave at this point? After the first time, it should have been enough, right?
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know, man. It's just like after the first time, it like really I ain't like put too much. And it's shocking me because I was out, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure some things out. Ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I was out trying to, you feel me? I had to get my shit back, you feel me? Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's why I ain't leave the first time. To be honest with you. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. And then the other times, it just caught me off guard with the other times. I was in my chill moment then, like, you feel me? Like, fucking, I'm just get some money. And then trying to get some money, and then the nigga tried to. It happened so fast, though. So should I tell you how it happened though?
I feel like the fourth time's the one we should go into detail about.
It wasn't really shit, man.
The fourth time was the lightest one.
It was the one that really like actually opened me up like to reality. Like I ain't never been in reality because I'm missing a finger, So like to be honest with you, because I gotta live with not having a finger. Like the other times it was like cool. But now I'm like I gotta live without no very no no middle finger. Shit.
You
Shit
can't flip people
bothers me,
off
but
no
it's
more.
alright. But I be looking at this motherfucker. That's the only thing what just, that really bothers me. It ain't really like the other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you feel me? I just hold my head high. But I just be looking at my shit like, damn, you feel me? Like I can't even raise my shit up if I want to say fuck a motherfucker. You feel me? Like motherfucker just ain't got the fuck you part. Now I ain't got the fuck you. Hey man, well man, I stay strong. It's just you feel me, make jokes about it, cause you know what I'm saying. You gotta stay strong. You gotta stay positive. It ain't break me at all. It just made me stronger and made me grind harder. That's all.
Why is it you feel like it took you 4 times to understand that?
I can do say that hard hit actually do make us off us. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like actually like was being this type of person that actually like kind of like one like really listening. You know what I'm saying? I was like actually like I was just too much. And when sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. And just for me, like actually being in the streets and that was the only thing I know. That's the only shit that I was doing, so it was just the only shit that I knew. So it wasn't really nothing else that I actually kind of knew. I ain't knew about no job. I ain't knew about nothing. It was just like rob, steal, kill. And that's just how the shit was going, you know what I'm saying, when I was growing up. So it's like when you only know so much and you only know what you know, man, it'll bring you back to that environment. You know what I'm saying? It'll bring you back to where you started at if you don't like actually function with yourself.
So I want to take it back to one of your songs, right? In Controlling Me, you say, where I'm from, you can't leave the crib unless that pull on me. At what point did you start to feel like this is the way that you needed to live?
I like always knew that I've been needed to live that way. It was just like sometimes you just be thinking everything that is too good to be true. And that's just like a catchphrase, and that's a key because you just don't want to do too much, but you actually want to, but you actually don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a catch to the point that you probably saying this and that, but I'm like, damn, you feel me? I ain't thinking I got no problem with nobody. I ain't thinking nothing going on or thinking no obvious of nobody. I'm just thinking I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm boyski. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got no problem with me. I ain't got to worry about nobody. But that's just a say cause even if you thinking the way that you thinking, but other people ain't thinking like that. So that's probably what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm this person and other people probably ain't liking me.
That's the crazy part, right? Is that you have to start living a certain way just because of the environment you're in. You didn't ask to be placed here. You grew up knowing nothing else. How did you see this mentality shape the way you started to move in your everyday life?
Like it really like actually like kind of like opened my eyes up like when it actually happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like not realizing like you feel me like the people that I actually had that I seen dying then now it's actually happening to me. Like damn, you feel me? Now I'm seeing reality. Like just seeing like them like you can't leave. You know what I'm saying? You can't die. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just still being thankful and being grateful because that I'm still here to live to tell a story because at the end of the day now it's like I'm feeling like I'm being tempered to, you know what I'm saying, being forced, you know what I'm saying, to be or how you saying like that, you know what I'm saying? Because who would want to say you want to live and you got to worry about somebody? You got to watch over your shoulder. You got to do this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody want to live like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that, but it's like I'm being forced to do that.
You were given like a fifth chance, basically.
Yeah, damn no.
Do you feel like you have any sense of survivor's remorse?
It like kind of actually like outgrew because I did lose a lot of people like to the point that who always was telling me like they had faith in me and then they all not here no more. You feel me? Which kind of does like really bother you, but it can have a big impact on You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that I actually kind of went through. You know, sometimes I probably do wonder like why that actually kind of happened and why is I'm giving them many chances and they gone and I'm here. You know, which I didn't take into seriously.
I've sat down with so many people that they wonder, and they've even asked God, like, why me? Why was I able to overcome the circumstances that I was given? And somebody that was 12 years old had to be taken away at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
After being shot the first time, where did that place you mentally?
It made me worse. You ain't gonna lie.
How so?
Cause it was like I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say the truth. You feel me? Cause at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie. It made me worse because I was thinking to myself like, man, I was feeling like I did a lot of shit. You feel me? I gave out too much. What the fuck I do? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I did to somebody? Like you mean to tell me just cause I gave out this love or I did this and you know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? Giving out love can really like can really fuck you up at the end. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it taught me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I can say that it actually taught me. Like it don't matter if you can be this genuine person, you can have kindness, you can have heart, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but it still ain't gonna matter to how the next motherfucker feel. Cause the next motherfucker don't feel how you feel. The next motherfucker don't probably mad at you about something or mad because they can't get that type of love you giving out, what you giving out, that they can't give it out or they can't receive it. It's just a lot of shit, man. It's just it's a lot though.
So you feel like it had forced you to pull back?
I can say yeah, push me back a little bit.
In what ways have you seen the trauma you live with continue to impact you in your daily life?
I'm gonna be honest, like it never like actually really bothered me until this finger. Like I used to just always just say that, you know what I'm saying? I used to just put it in God's hands, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never like really used to just do too much thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I just put it in God's hands. Whatever problems that I always had, I just, you know what I'm saying, trust God on it. You know, I ain't never like do too much of like asking for many answers. I just still continue to live my life like I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they did this. Okay, bet. Okay, they did that. Okay, bet. Let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. Show them why they doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, don't know the reason why, but I'm gonna still do what I got to do and keep a smile on my face and keep my head up, you know? And that's just all what it been.
But you mentioned that at that time it made you worse.
Yeah, it did, but I always kept it in God's hands though at that time because I had to get my problems. It don't matter how it is, you know? I always giving it to God.
So at first that trauma, if it pushed you away from certain people, it made you realize that I can't give my love to everybody. Do you still feel like that's the case? Do you feel like you still carry that negative energy when it comes to giving out your love?
I wouldn't actually say that it's negative because I do still give it out. You know, it ain't that bad. It's just the peace in the space. You know what I'm saying? I just outgrew so much stuff from everything that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? It made me to a better person who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Pushed me forward to being a person like to get my own apartment. You know what I'm saying? And stay up on my own for me to realize like everything what I needed to do to trust myself before I can trust somebody else. Because if I ain't get the time that I had to myself to push me more forward to me having my own apartment, having my own car, doing this and that, because you know what I'm saying, you have to go through them type of things for you to outcome and grow. Because if you don't get no time to yourself, that's what I feel like, man. Everybody need time to themselves, you know. And then once you get the time to yourself, it'll make you grow and make you think way better than the last time, you know. And that's how it feels, like straight up.
One of your first few songs was literally about living and learning. In the song Living You Learn, you say stuck up in a dark place, didn't know where I was, got some pain in my heart, they ain't showing no love. What was it that put you into that dark space?
I say probably like growing up, seeing people get shot, seeing people robbed. Actually, like you feel me, that's what crashed down on you. You feel me? Like you do what you see. And that's what I mean by stuck up in a dark place, didn't know where I was because I was stuck. You know what I'm saying? Stuck all the way in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Stuck doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Robbing, doing all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? All type of goofy shit. You know, it was just too much.
So what was it that pulled you out? What made you want to do better for yourself and get that car, get that own apartment?
What actually made me want to do better for myself is the way that certain people treated me. You know, and it like pushed me more. Like I ain't used none of that as no negative narrow. You know, so I actually like put that to using that as my motivation for me to become better than what I was. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's what they want to picture me as, or this what they want me to be. But I know I'm always trying to do something to outcome it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pushing myself to be more presentable to myself because I don't owe nobody else nothing because I owe myself everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to realize. So and it motivated me. You know what I'm saying? How people treated me, how you know what I'm saying? Like it made me want to be better than what they always used to picture me as. So everybody pictured me as being this bad person. Like, you know what I'm saying? He bad as hell. He this and that and the third. Like that's all they picture me as, you know? So it's like I'm like, nah, I got to outgrow something so they won't keep looking at me as that person. You know what I'm saying? So it just made me do better. You know what I'm saying? It ain't made me take that to a negative narrow.
You use the extra motivation to become the better person. When people put these expectations on you and they put you in a box, it makes you want to be different, right? For me, whenever somebody told me like you're only gonna ever be this, nah, I'm gonna go and do better. Because who are you to tell me what my life is gonna be? And you've overcome the odds and you've placed it in the music. What do you feel like music has helped you express that nothing else could have?
The music actually helped me a lot. You know, when I was young, if I ain't like getting into an altercation or anything, I just go write a song. And that's something that I actually like familiar with. Like with me going through everything that I went through, it actually like creates me into making, you know what I'm saying, for me expressing myself and getting everything that I, you know what I'm saying, getting it's just that's just how I express myself. Music is my therapy. You know, so I'm gonna just put it like that.
What do you feel like was the moment that you knew everything needed to change in your life?
Well, I was always one of them type of persons, like to be honest with you. I was the person to get talked about at school. So when I was getting talked about at school, it like made me like want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just finna just keep talking about me and saying like all type of shit about me. You know what I'm saying? Saying the goofy shit. So I'm like, if I could do this, I know I ain't gonna really get talked about. You know, something like that.
Do you feel like your daughter pushed you to become a better person?
Yeah, my daughter also helped me become a better person. Like and then just seeing her eyes, and she looked just like me, man. You know, and you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for her. You know, I don't regret it at all.
You were just at Disney on Ice, weren't you?
Yeah. I just came from there with her, took her up, and she had a good time. It was real nice, man.
In what ways did your daughter force you to grow up?
I ain't even gonna lie, like actually, like just seeing her come out, it's just like actually, like it changed a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Just to see that a human being coming out, you know what I'm saying? How the way that she come, you know what I'm saying? For it to make, for you could make a baby, you know, a human being who breathe like you, talk like you know what I'm saying? Everything like you know what I'm saying? Use the bathroom, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and then like she could get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Die, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff, and it just make me like want to do better for my kid. You know what I'm saying? Want me to grow up, grow, and do a lot of things and get her what I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of stuff that I actually kind of wanted that I couldn't afford. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want her to go through that. You know, so and there's just one thing. My main focus is for me to be doing what I got to do for her. My main party. She my number one fan too. My number one supporter. She know her ass song.
She be knowing all of them?
Yeah, all of them.
Word for word, bar for
Word
bar?
for word, bar for bar. She ain't playing. She ain't gonna tell you. She go to YouTube. She gonna tell you to put on BTL ZIPPA. She know, man. That's my daughter though. I love her though.
What is it you hope to give her though that you didn't have?
Shit, the world. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, the world. That's the only thing will make you know what I'm saying. Will make me do what I got to do. Stay focused and grind and just do exactly what I got to do. You know, and that's just the first thing I got to do because I know what she gonna do. And if I can't get it, Man, I'm not if I can't get it, but if don't nobody got it, I got
I don't got a kid, I can't relate.
it. Yeah, man.
But I know, what they say is that once a kid comes into your life, everything changes. Your whole world becomes about them because you're their whole world.
I actually got shot before she actually was born. You know that, right?
You got shot before she was
before she was
born?
born.
That was the last one?
Nah,
Oh my gosh.
that was in the mix. That was in the mix of it. Like with me getting robbed. I got shot like before she was born. Like you feel me? And then like actually like kind of like really opened me up. Like damn. And then when I seen things, it was like yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's time to do what you got to do. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, imagine if you was going through what you was going through in your lifetime, how you grew up, and she was going through what you was going through. Would you want that for her? Nah. And that's what I think about. I had to go through that. And that's why I'm gonna keep continuing to do what I got to do until my goal is to succeed and for her to make it out, you know what I'm saying, and get a better life than I did. So it won't have to be the way that it was always was.
What does that version of a fulfilled life for the both of you look like?
Buying her whatever she want, tutoring, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that I'm supposed to do that I wanted to do as a kid, learning, you know what I'm saying, different languages, you know what I'm saying, so she could, you know what I'm saying, so she could do everything. You know, I wanted to do a lot of stuff when I was a kid, so
We aim high out here.
yeah, so I was one of them type of kids who ain't high. You know, I'm be honest with you. Like I used to always want this and want that, but couldn't budge to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want her to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want her. Oh, if she want that, oh yeah, huh? You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to do that because we all trying to figure things out, and we all got to find ourselves some way and somehow. You know?
In an Instagram post, you say 2023 was about rebuilding, becoming a stronger person both mentally and spiritually. But 2024 this year is personal.
hmm
What was it you were looking for in 2024?
I was actually like kind of looking for like I'm gonna be honest, like a person that was thinking like me. You know, just to have that person around who will love themselves like I love myself. And 2024 ain't doing nothing but show me that you need to love yourself before you can try to love somebody else. You know, so it actually opened my eyes up that you can't love nobody ain't gonna think like you think unless it's already in them. So you can't force it to be in them, and you can't make it be in them. You know what I'm saying? They got to just come with a snap of a finger. If they ain't know what you on, it's time to go the other way. And that's what it showed me. Like when I was looking for what I was looking for. If you go looking, you ain't gonna never find it. But if you act like you ain't looking for it, if you don't go looking, it be right in your face. and, and that's the sad part about it. You know what I'm saying? If you go looking for it, you never find it. And if you don't look for it, it be right in your face. That's just like if you was willing to when you lose something at home and you just see it. You know what I'm saying? You just see it and then you go back and you like, man, I just seen it. Now you looking for it, you never find it. Then now you know what I'm saying? Now you got to do all type of stuff. And that's just how it is, man. That's the sad part about it, man. And it worked like that with all us too. I ain't gonna lie, man.
But when it comes to, looking for people, when you place expectations on people, the worst thing you can do is place expectations. Because nobody's ever going to live up to this perfect version of what you created. A person is who they are already. And for you to try to force them to be something that they're not, that's unfair to them and that's unfair to you. You could have prevented all this from happening. But because you wanted to create a version of somebody that they never told you they were and they never showed you that they were, now you're disappointing both of you, right? And you can't look for people to be perfect. You weren't, I don't want to insult you, right? But you weren't perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody in this world
I
is
don't
perfect.
think nobody perfect, though. Nobody perfect. I wouldn't say that I was perfect. I wouldn't say that, but it was like to a point that it was like I just know that hard head make it soft ass. You know, it just to the point.
Hard head makes a what?
Soft ass. You know what I'm saying? It just bring you back to the point like, oh, you should listen to this person or you should listen to that person or it just bring you back to the point. That because sometimes it's good to start over, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? But it also bring you back to the shit that people said to you. You see what I'm saying? So it also gets you caught up into all the shit that a lot of people told you, but you should have listened. But when you just got so much shit bothering you, and you got too much shit that you just got caught up. And you know, when you live in a fast life, you don't listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. You just don't know. And if you getting money, you know what I'm saying, it throws you off. You know what I'm saying? So it don't give you too much, you know? And that's just how it is, man. From not doing that, which now I can say that I wish I would have listened, but now it's just on the verge of outgrowing it. You know what I'm saying? I lived, I learned, and now it's time for me to focus on what I got to do and say leave the past in the past and focus on the future and outcome and grow from everything that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, if I keep dragging myself to that same predicament, then I'm gonna just keep being that same person.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result.
hmm I could do say I went through something like that and had to talk to myself and tell myself like, man, like you gonna keep getting the same results if you keep doing the same shit. And now if you like try to take yourself out your comfort zone for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Do something you never did. Go somewhere you never go, or you know what I'm saying, experience new things, try new things. And that's what it taught me. You know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't try new things, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't think the way that I think now. You know what I'm saying? From even going through half of the stuff that I went through. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people still they can hold that shit and hold a grudge. You know, a person can hold a grudge for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hold a grudge. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna continue to keep smiling. You know what I'm saying? And focus on what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And letting that person and whoever hating or got anything or whatever, I'm gonna just keep smiling and maintain. You know what I'm saying? And stay focused.
When looking back, do you feel any type of resentment towards the circumstances you came up from?
I wouldn't actually say I hold any grudges towards my neighborhood or anything. Could just say probably with some of the the old heads, you know, who that's who I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? And that's the first thing that I just gotta just put that out, you know, because them the people who you look up to, you know what I'm saying, and they can. It's okay for them to do what they do, but certain people, if you see that they can make it, why not point them to that direction? That's the only thing I got with them. I'm just be honest. I ain't got no problem with them or none of that. You know, I don't judge. But I'm just saying, like, if you see some potential in a person, push them down. Why not push them down? Everybody not gonna go to where you gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna do that. But if you see some potential in somebody, why not push them to that effort? Like basketball, football, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll push that person. We pushing people back to the environment when this person can go to D1 college, when this person can go to football. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only problem I got with them. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel like that's no problem. You know what I'm saying? And if any nigga feel like that's something, you a hater and you don't see nothing going on. But that's just how I feel. Like with the old heads, if they got any problem, like if they got any potential with somebody that can be something and become that, they should point them in that direction. And that's just my final answer to that. I don't feel like it's bothered me though.
Coming from that situation, do you feel like you had done that? Whenever you saw potential in somebody, you pushed them in a different direction?
I'm a person, like if you gonna be around me, I'm gonna push you to what you gonna push you to. You not just finna be around me just playing or none of that. And I'm not just finna be one of them type of person, because if I want to be something, I want you to be something too. I don't just want you to be around me just for show. You know, if I'm gonna do what I got to do, and if I'm gonna work, you should work. If I'm gonna do what I got to do, you should be on the same thing that I should be doing. And if you're not, I'm gonna push you to that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna push you to that. But if you show me that you don't want it, I can't. You can always bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it do what, you know?
You gotta want it just as bad as I want it. And you gotta want it more for you than I want it for you. Because I can, like you said, I could take the horse to the water. I can't force that horse to drink. I want to do this just as bad as anybody. But do you want this as bad as I want it?
Yep.
There was a gap in your music. 2022 to 2024, 2023. What happened?
I was going through some real like real bad tragedy. Like in my lifetime where it was like relationships was crashing down, like actually getting kicked out. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, tell the truth. And getting kicked out, going through it with the baby mama situation, family, friends. Like it was just all type of shit going on. Yeah, life was life. I'm kicking a motherfucker ass at that point. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like all type of shit. Like what? There was everything, man. It was a lot of shit going on, like struggling with the rent, all type of shit, man. Not having no job, you feel me? Trying to apply for this job, couldn't get this job, felony on this background. The motherfucker police then put some motherfucking shit up on me, man. These motherfuckers, I had so much shit going on, man. It was like on house arrest, on house arrest for some shit I didn't do. Man, within them time periods, man, I was going through this, going through that, man. Still trying to hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Kids still trying to keep a smile on my face. But it was just life and was life at that point, you know what I'm saying? But I still managed to come out over top of that and still come to be the person that I am today and then let it bother me. You know, because certain people let situations like that bother them. And when they let it bother them, it crashed down. Cause I see certain people that I be around and I look at them and if it bothered them, cause some people give up on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Cause I could have gave up a long time ago, you know, but I still managed to come out and, you know what I'm saying, keep smiling and stay strong.
What is it that pushes you?
I just feel like I owe myself a lot, you know what I'm saying, to right now, to this day, because so much stuff that I've been through, so much stuff that I seen, so many people that I lost, family members, cousins, you know what I'm saying, homies, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people that I lost, and that actually just pushed me to become more the person that I supposed to be instead of like trying to hold myself back. Cause you know your past can hold you back too. It'll push you back and forth. Like a yo-yo, you know what I'm saying? And that shit, that's just how the streets work, you know?
But when you look at it, what's the one thing that you feel that continues to push you going forward, right? Because totally understand, right? There's losses that motivate you. There's hard times that you overcame already that you're like, all of that would have been for nothing. But there's always that one moment, there's always that one thing that you look back on and you're like, this is the reason I still do this.
I could say actually my daughter. And she actually like pushed me like to, you know, even if ain't nobody else listen to my music or, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't even care as long as she's smiling, she happy and she like it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my number one top tier. You know what I'm saying? And the main one is her. It pushed me to go farther and to do what I got to do instead of giving up on myself.
At what point do you feel like you'll be happy with what you've created in life?
Like I just want another, you know what I'm saying, to get everything that I didn't get. You know what I'm saying? But besides like other people, because some people don't got. My homie, Tunchi, he got a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of them ain't seen their kids or can get their kids what they want to get their kids or could do stuff, you know? And it's just a pet peeve when you, like, going through what you're going through and how I grew up. It was, like, real live tragic, you know what I'm saying? And if you ever survive what I'm going through in my hood, you know what I'm saying? You actually a goat, you know what I'm saying, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? If you survive that shit, because it's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that you go through in this one particular area. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta maintain it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a choice you gotta make in life to outcome it.
And you did that. You survived. You're over here creating a successful music career. You're giving your family everything that you wish you could have had. And there's only more to come, bro. You got anything you want to plug real quick before we wrap up?
You already know it's your boy BTL ZIPPA. Got to give a big shout out to Sad Boy Radios. Thank y'all for having me on this interview. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. New music on the way on all platforms. Make sure y'all stay in tune.
Shout out my boy BTL ZIPPA. Shout out G1. Shout out TVMG. Make sure you guys go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Sad Boys for real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.